Jack's life was falling apart. Broken job, broken routine, broken dreams. One choice, one morning, changed it all. And you won't believe what happened next. Jack was 32 years old, living just outside of Detroit. If you've ever been to a place like that, you know the vibe. The sky is always a bit gray, and the air smells like old metal and car exhaust. Jack worked as a night security guard at this massive, freezing warehouse. Imagine that for a second. While everyone he knew was out having a good time or sleeping in a warm bed, Jack was pulling on a scratchy navy blue uniform. For 10 hours straight, his only friends were a dim flashlight and miles of silent, dusty aisles. Every morning at 6:30, he'd walk to the bus stop. He was beyond tired. His eyes felt like they had sand in them, and his legs felt like lead. He'd get back to his tiny, loud apartment, eat a bowl of soggy cereal, and just collapse onto a mattress on the floor. He looked at his boots one morning and saw the soles were literally peeling off. He realized his life was doing the same thing. The worst part wasn't being broke, though. It was the feeling of being invisible. As he walked home, he'd see dads drinking coffee, kids running for the bus, and people heading to actual careers. He felt like he didn't belong to that world anymore. He was going to sleep, just as the world was waking up. He kept asking himself, "Is this it? Am I just going to be an invisible man until the day I die?" He tried to find better work. He really did. He read articles on how to improve himself, but without a degree, his resumes just disappeared. By the time he woke up at 4 p.m., his brain felt like lukewarm oatmeal. He was stuck, and he knew it. Then, one rainy Tuesday, everything changed. His sister called, and her voice was shaking. Their mom had suffered a stroke. When Jack walked into that hospital room and saw his mom looking so small and pale, his heart just broke. She had worked 2 jobs for 30 years, just to keep him fed. She grabbed his hand and whispered, "Jack, I don't want you to just survive like I did. I want you to actually live. Promise me you won't give up." In that moment, Jack didn't just feel sad. He felt a burning rage at his own helplessness. He was a grown man, and he couldn't even help the woman who gave him everything. This was his breaking point. On the bus ride back, he saw a man named Mr. Miller. Now, Mr. Miller was a local legend, a guy who built a massive business from nothing. Jack saw him sitting there in a sharp suit, looking totally refreshed, reading a book. Jack actually walked up to him and asked, "Sir, why are you on a bus at this hour? I know you have a better ride than this." Mr. Miller smiled and said he took the bus once a week to stay humble. But then he said something Jack never forgot. He said, "I'm out at this hour because I've been up since 4:15. I realized a long time ago that the 5 a.m. secret is the only place where real change happens." See, Jack, how waking up early transformed my life wasn't about the clock. It was about the control. Most people are still dreaming about a better life, while a few of us are already awake, building it. Jack told him he worked nights and was exhausted. But Mr. Miller leaned in and said, "Then you have to change your relationship with sleep. If you sleep when the world is moving, you'll never catch up. You're working hard, but you're working on the wrong things. The hours between 5 a.m. and 7 a.m. are magic. If you're serious, come see me tomorrow." The next day, Jack didn't go to sleep. He drank a pot of coffee and met Mr. Miller at a diner. Mr. Miller drew a simple house on a napkin. He told Jack his life was falling apart because he had no foundation. He needed to stop reacting to the world and start building himself. He gave Jack a simple 2-hour system. Hour 1, 5 o'clock to 6 a.m. Build your skills. No phone, no scrolling. Just learning something that makes you valuable. Hour 2, 6 o'clock to 7 a.m. Build your body and mind. Move your body, plan your day, and get your head right for the battle. Mr. Miller warned him the first week would be agony. He said it takes 21 days to make it a habit, and 90 days to make it your life. Jack started the very next morning. And let me tell you, it was brutal. When that alarm went off at 5 a.m., it felt like a punch to the gut. His bed felt like a warm cloud, and his brain was screaming at him to quit. But he remembered his mom and the hospital bills. He splashed ice-cold water on his face and sat down at his old laptop. He started taking free classes on bookkeeping and data analytics. He even started listening to stories of other people who had nothing and made it. For the first 10 days, he was a zombie. His coworkers at the warehouse laughed at him. They told him to just take the paycheck and relax. But Jack kept his head down. By day 30, something strange happened. He didn't need the alarm anymore. He was waking up at 4:50 a.m. with his heart racing. Not from stress, but from excitement. He was finally the one writing his own story. By the second month, Jack wasn't just learning. He was becoming an expert. He noticed the warehouse system was ancient and losing money. During those magic hours in the morning, Jack built a digital tracking system using the skills he'd mastered while everyone else was asleep. He walked into his boss's office and showed him a model that could save the company 6 figures. His manager was floored. "Jack, where did you learn this?" Jack just smiled and said, "I found some extra time in the mornings." 3 weeks later, on day 87, the corporate office called. They didn't need a night watchman anymore. They needed an operations analyst. Jack got the promotion. He went from $12 an hour to a $50,000 salary with a desk, a window, and a future. He proved that the only thing separating dreamers from achievers is what you do when no one is watching. Jack was finally able to pay his mom's bills and move her into a beautiful apartment. He wasn't a ghost anymore. He was a man who took control. Success isn't about being the smartest person in the room. It's about being willing to do what everyone else is too comfortable to try. If you're tired of being stuck, I'm challenging you right now. Give me 90 days. Put your phone in the bathroom so you have to get out of bed to turn off the alarm. If you want to change your life like Jack did, start tonight. First, lay out your clothes for tomorrow. Second, decide on the one skill you're going to study for 60 minutes. Third, set your intention. The person you want to become is waiting for you at 5 a.m. Don't keep them waiting. If Jack's story gave you that spark you've been looking for, do me a huge favor. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support is what helps me keep sharing these stories with you. This is MotiveNice, and I'm here to help you build the life you actually deserve. And hey, if you do decide to wake up at 5 a.m. and find yourself accidentally making a giant breakfast instead of studying, well, at least you'll be the best-fed person on the block. But seriously, drop a comment below and tell me, what is the one skill you're going to start building tomorrow morning? Let's hold each other accountable. I'll see you at sunrise.